Hello, students. Hope you are fine, safe, and healthy at home, enjoying lockdown with your family members, taking care of everyone. Welcome to Tulsaram Chaturchand College of Commerce, Baramati once again. This college has brought to you e-learning through videos or Google Classroom or Google Meet to overcome the problem of lockdown and so as to complete your board syllabus in time. Because college cares for you, your health, and your studies. I once again welcome you for your 12th standard sessions. I am Rashmi Shah and going to teach you organiza- organization of commerce and management this year. So today we are going to start with new syllabus of OCM designed by Balabharati, which is very easy and interactive. There are some little changes in the syllabus. There are total 8 chapters in our syllabus. In 11th standard, last lesson was related to management, and in 12th standard, our first lesson is Principles of Management. Second lesson is the functions of management. Third lesson is entrepreneurship development. These 3 lessons were the last lessons in previous syllabus. Now they are the first. This is the change. Fourth lesson is business services. Fifth is emerging mode of business. Sixth is social responsibility of business. Seventh is consumer protection. And the eighth is marketing. After studying all these syllabus, we are going to learn different competencies through these lessons, which are very useful to you in your future life. The syllabus is interesting. Balbharti has connected the syllabus with 11th standard. This syllabus is related to our practical life, so I will request you to watch and study your surroundings. You will be able to write answers in your own language if concepts are clear. Though the syllabus is easy, you have to study hard for board exams. How to write answers, how to present them, marking scheme, etc. will be told as per requirement. Don't miss the lectures like last year's. Be regular in your studies. It will help you a lot. Don't take tension. We are going to complete the syllabus in time. Your regularity and cooperation is expected. Now, today we will start with our first lesson, that is Principles of Management. In last year, we have studied what is management and its function. Let us recall what is management. Management is what we do. It is a very simple definition. Management means doing the things in a proper way, at a proper time, in a planned manner, organized manner, to achieve the aims and objectives. Management can be done by anyone. It may be a student, it may be a housewife, it may be a family member, it may be a college, it may be any other institution. So everywhere management is very important. Management is practiced in every type of organization, whether small or large, business organization or non-business organization. But it should be practiced properly. Okay. The manager has to apply certain principles while managing any activity. To get the results, management is to be done scientifically. If it is done randomly or in any manner, you will not be successful. Basically, why management should be done? management should be done to achieve success. Okay, so what are the principles of management? Let us see. Principles are the general rules which can be applied to any situation or condition. Principles can be used as a base of analysis. They can be used as the guidelines for taking the decisions. Principles are basic statements of truth. They provide guidelines, but they are not followed blindly. In short, these principles help the managers to take managerial decisions. They help in understanding the results of the decisions taken by the managers. Management principles are unwritten rules which are used while practicing management. Therefore, it is essential to study the nature of these principles universally applicable. Now we are going to discuss the nature of principles of management. Management principles are universal. Management principles are universally applicable. They can be applied everywhere and at all situations of business. They are applicable to all types of organization irrespective of size of business, nature of business. Similarly, they are applicable to all levels of management. For example, a sole proprietor, if he wants to continue his sole proprietorship, he has to plan, he has to be organized, he has to keep control on credit, then he has to look after the competition prevailing in market and how to overcome it. He has to make strategy how to overcome it. All these same things are applicable to big business also. Secondly, if you are student, you are going to plan how you are going to plan that you will make a timetable and you will allot some time to different subjects. Management principles are flexible. Means what? They are changeable from time to time. They are not strict and hard. It means they can be changed or modified according to the situation. Managers can bend these principles to suit the requirement. The situations in a business organization keep on changing continuously. No two circumstances are same. Management principles can be adjusted or modified and used in the organization according to its need. Principles are the general rules which can be applied to any situation or condition. Principles can be used as a base of analysis. They can be used as the guidelines for taking the decisions. Principles are the basic statements of truths. They provide guidelines but they are not followed blindly. म्हणजे काय? प्रिन्सिपल एक गाईडलाईनचं काम करतं. आपल्याला रिझल्ट 100% मिळेलच असं नाही. दिशा दाखवतं. ओके. Principles of management are the statements of fundamental truth. These principles provide guidelines to the managers to take decisions. Means, for example, you should complete your work in time. This to complete the work in time, this thing is everywhere expected. So it is a fundamental truth. Okay. Then comes, it is formed by practice and experiments. Principles are made with after practicing, after having experience. Okay. Next is cause and effect relationship. Principles of management are the base for taking decisions. They determine the cause or reason for a particular effect. Example, payment of good wages and incentives helps in increasing the output of workers or making effective advertisement increases the sale of product. म्हणजेच जर आपल्याला एखाद्या गोष्टीचं लॉन्चिंग करायचं असेल एका प्रॉडक्टचं, तर त्याची इफेक्टिव्ह ॲडव्हर्टाइजमेंट केली पाहिजे. सो इफेक्टिव्ह ॲडव्हर्टाइजमेंट इज अ कॉज. आणि मग त्याची रिलेशनशिप काय होणार आहे? इफ युअर ॲडव्हर्टाइजमेंट इज इफेक्टिव्ह, customers will purchase your product. Okay. Similarly, in another case, if you want to increase your production with the help of workers, and if the manager offers that he will give bonus or incentives for his good work or work completed before the time, in that case also that workers get motivated and they complete the work within the time. So this is called as cause and effect relationship. Next is management principles are aimed at influencing human behavior. Management is a group activity. Management is a group activity. Management aims at achieving certain goals through a group of human beings. Management principles are designed to influence human beings. These principles control a group of persons and direct them to achieve the objective. Next is all the participants are of equal importance. All the principles of management are equally important because if they are implemented properly, one can get a perfect result. No one principle is more important than another. No one principle is more important than the another. If any single principle is not practiced or followed by the manager, it affects the working of organization. So all principles are of equal importance. Next is management principles are relative in nature. Management principles are the principles of social science. They are not absolute like principles of science. It means these principles are applied in the different ways in different situations. They are to be changed or modified according to the situation to get the correct results.